exalt your name. Your God, Jehovah, make us all over, today and forever. Your name is the same. Giving honor to God, who is the head of my life, I would like to thank the Mother's Board for inviting me to be your speaker for today, and also thanking your pastor for allowing me to speak today.
All right, all right.
Our Bible verse for today is coming from Proverbs 31st chapter, 10th verse to the 31st verse. But I'm just going to read just a couple of the verses. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ships, she bringeth her food from afar. She rises also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion of her maidens. She considers a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hand she planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with apparel, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good, her countenance goes not out by night. We're going to put emphasis on the 10th verse, with who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies.
All right.
Our topic for today is the virginity and the qualities of a virtuous woman.
All right. All right.
First of all, virgin is defined as literally a woman who has never had sexual intercourse. A similar term meaning a woman who has not yet had children, although she may be married, and is usually translated into a young woman. Now, the virgin birth means Mary conceived Jesus without a normal sexual relationship. Some names of virgin women are Mary, is number one. This woman was honored above all women.
Yeah.
Mary is a Hebrew name. The name Mary occurs 51 times in the New Testament. Mary was a humble village woman who lived in a small town. Out of her womb came the greatest man the world has ever known.
Yes. Yes.
Mary was one of the tribe of Judea and the line of David. She became the wife of Joseph. As a virgin, Mary bore Christ in a miraculous way, and Elizabeth most spontaneously and unaffectedly gave her the most honorable of titles, Mother of the Lord, and praised her.
All right.
Blessed among women, later Mary was married to Joseph the Comforter, and she bore him 4 sons and 7 daughters. During the time Jesus ministered, none of his brothers believed in him. In fact, they sneered at him, and one concluded that he was mad and wished to arrest him.
All right.
You can read Mark 3rd chapter, 21st to 31st verse.
All right.
But as a result of his death and resurrection, his brothers became believers and was among the number gathered in the upper room before the Pentecost. None of his brothers was an apostle during their lifetime. Deborah stands out as among the wisest of all the Old Testament women. Deborah means a bee. Deborah was a wife, a ruler, a warrior, and an agitator, a maternal figure.
All right.
Deborah was master in her own home. Deborah died, her husband was considered as being a henpecked man. He was a weak man married to a strong-willed and a strong-bodied woman.
Right.
She is one of several females in the Bible as being endowed with the prophet gift, which means the ability to discern the mind and purpose of God and declare it to others. As a woman, she had an intuition as well as an inspiration, which is always better than a man's cold reasoning. She was an effective agitator who stirred up Israel's concern about its low spiritual condition. Deborah did more than prophesy. She aroused the nation from its despair.
All right.
She was devoted to God's people. She preferred her role as judge at a time when men tried to do right in the sight of their own eyes. The last glimpse we have of Deborah is as a mother in Israel. Church, Deborah was a very strong woman.
Yes.
Ruth, who became the wife of Boaz and ancestor of David. A beautiful girl from Moab, she was certainly worth seeing. She was a woman capable of rare friendship. After the death of Ruth's husband, she remained with her mother-in-law Naomi. Deeply attached to her mother-in-law, who had became a second mother to her. Ruth lived Ruth loved Naomi and was willing to leave her own land and share the unknown future with the aged woman in whom her life was bound up. Ruth had so much love for Naomi, who was twice the age of Ruth. Ruth became a devoted worshiper of the true God. Here's a poem on Ruth. She stood breast high amid the corn, clasped by the golden light of morn, like the sweetheart of the sun, who many a glowing kiss had none. On her cheek an altar flush, deeply ripened, such a blush. In the midst of brown was born, like red poppies grown with corn. Round her eyes her tresses fell, which were black as none could tell. But long lashes grilled a light that had else been all too bright. And her hat was shaded brim, made her tresses force dim. Thus she stood amid the stokes, praising God with her sweetest looks.
All right.
There's 10 virgins in the Bible. Matthew 25th chapter, 1st through 13th verse, you can find that. All 10 had oil. The mistake of 5 virgins was neglecting to take an extra supply of oil.
All right.
While some say the oil is a symbolic of the Holy Spirit, this is highly unlikely because the Holy Spirit's presence can neither be bought, sold, nor shared.
Yeah.
The 10 virgins represents the church. The 10 virgins were friends of the bride who were supposed to join the procession headed for the wedding supper.
All right.
Just as the bridegroom had only one bride, so Christ is only one bride, his church.
All right.
The 10 virgins are waiting for the call to go to the home of the bridegroom to attend the wedding supper. No one knows when Christ is coming back.
All right.
The 10 commandments states, thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not commit fornication. Thou shalt not commit adultery means you shall not have no other man but your husband. Thou shalt not commit fornication, meaning no sex before marriage. Exodus 20 chapter 14 verse. The ideal woman starts when we are young. The ideal woman starts at home. Some women was told to look pretty, lose weight, make straight A's, and pursue an education that would land itself to making a good living. Some had good fortune to receive training on what it is to be a virtuous woman, and others did not. Even if parents do their best to stretch virtuous qualities, children discern what qualities the world abhors. The world is loud and clear about the ideal woman. In closing, in order to be more equipped to face ills of this world, we must put on the whole armor of God.
Yes.
We, as women of Second Baptist, in order to be more alert, we must read the book.
Yes.
We, as women of Second Baptist, in order to be more fit for service, must be alert to teach. We, as women of Second Baptist, in order to gauge ourselves for the enemies, we must put on the whole armor of God. We, as women of Second Baptist, in order to prepare for the future, we must put on the helmet of salvation. We, as women of Second Baptist, in order to stand against temptation, we must put on the breastplate of righteousness. We, as women of Second Baptist, in order to be more appealing, must wear clothes of pleasantry.
Yes.
We, the women of Second Baptist, in order to be more durable, must wear the shield of faith. We, as women of Second Baptist, in order to be VIP, must take on the cross of redemption. I give to you something that will help you in everything you do: assurance. Trust in God. It is easy to get discouraged when things are going bad. We shouldn't lose heart because God is at work in our lives. Even in the midst of pain and suffering. Remember, next time your little hut is burning to the ground, it just may be a smoke signal that summons the grace of God. For all the negative things we have to say to ourselves, God has a positive answer for it. You say it's impossible, God says all things are possible. You say I'm tired, God says I will give you rest. You say nobody really loves you, God says I love you. You say I can't go on, God says my grace is sufficient. You say I can't figure out things, God says I will direct your steps. You say I can't do it, God says you can do all things. You say I'm not able, God says I am able. You say it's not worth it, God says it will be worth it. You say I can't forgive myself. God says I forgive you. You say I can't manage. God says I will supply all your needs. You say I'm afraid. God says I have not given you a spirit of fear.
All right.
You says I'm always worried and frustrated. God says cast all your cares on me.
All right.
You says I don't have enough faith. God says I give everyone a measure of faith. You say I'm not smart enough. God says I give you wisdom. You say I feel all alone. God says I will never leave you or forsake you.
All right. All right.
As my husband and pastor, the late Abraham Woodard Jr. would say, many stand to be seen, others may speak too loud to be heard, but I will sit down to be appreciated.